Hello and welcome to my channel, My Garden, My Passion. Today I thought I will introduce a new plant to you. It's fairly new to me also, and that is a species of the Clerodendron, a beautiful shrub with these dangling bunches of flowers. And there are two species in that which can be confusing. One is the Clerodendron Wallacei and the other is the Clerodendron smithianum. I think mine is the Clerodendron smithianum, and I will show you the details of this, and later on I will go to my university and there I have a big bush, and that is probably the Wallacei with the green sepals. So I will show both of those to you and talk to you about the care conditions. So watch the video till the end to know details about this plant. This is my Clerodendron smithianum which I got a few months back, and I had totally forgotten about it. You can see it is still in this plastic bag. I brought it and kept it at a place where it receives about 3 to 4 hours of sunlight, because I have very few sunny spots in my garden. And this one, I happened to look at it just yesterday and was so surprised to see that it is blooming. I have heard that the plants take about a few years, but I'm surprised that it has bloomed so soon. Of course, there's only one bunch in that, and you can see it's in the plastic bag too. I think I'll have to showcase it in a better pot. Look at how the bunches are nodding. No wonder it is called as the nodding Clerodendron. For the time being, I have put it in this ceramic pot, but you can see I think it's a fairly thick stem, and that's why it is a matured plant and it is blooming. I am so happy with it. I can't stop myself from looking at this single bunch. Imagine how it will look when the plant is full. It's a fairly big shrub, so if I put it in the ground, maybe it will look more beautiful, but I would rather keep it in a pot because I don't have too many sunny spaces in my garden to plant it in the ground. I've just shown you the Clerodendron smithianum that I have in my house. Now I have come to the Agriculture University where I worked for many years, and I know the garden so well. I came to search for these flowers, and here is the Clerodendron Wallacei. The difference between Wallacei and smithianum is that smithianum have red stems and red sepals, whereas the Clerodendron Wallacei has green sepals. Sadly, the plant has already bloomed. It is a winter blooming plant, and I think it has bloomed early here, but in my house it is now blooming. So you can see this, a close-up, you can see the flowers here. There is only one bunch here, and you can see the sepals are also green and the stem is also green, indicating that it is Clerodendron Wallacei and not smithianum. The one I have at home is the smithianum. So here is one bunch, and there's another one. Here you can see in the bud form it is. In fact, they open up slowly, and the flowers are there on the plant for about 15 to 20 days, or maybe even up to a month. And sadly, this has finished blooming. So you can see that this Clerodendron Wallacei has dark green glossy leaves, whereas the smithianum has slightly rough leaves, and the color is not so dark. And here in the Agriculture University, they are always waiting to propagate the plants. So I want you to see how they have done the air layering too. So you can see how they have been air layered, and maybe I will also request one for myself. So some other day I will make a video on how air layering is done. And I have taken pictures earlier of this plant, and it's a beautiful plant. Like I told you, it's winter blooming plant, And winter blooming plants, there are two conditions for winter blooming plants. One is that the temperatures are lower and the nights are longer. So they are called as photoperiodic plants, though this may not be highly photoperiodic plant like the kalanchos or the poinsettia or the chrysanthemum. This is also a beautiful winter blooming plant with nodding clusters of flowers hanging down. They really look beautiful, and this plant has become popular only during recent years. I spotted this plant in this university garden some 5 to 6 years back, and now I am seeing that the plant is available in many of the nurseries, and it's a big shrub. It has been pruned, so it is small here. Otherwise the shrub can go up to 6-7 feet also, and it's a beautiful plant which you can grow in the ground as well as in the pots. And if you grow it in the ground, it needs pruning more regularly than in the pot. Of course, even in the pot you have to prune it. Deadheading of the flowers is very important. Soon after the flowers are over, we should remove the flowering stalks this way, and sometimes it may give a second flush of flowers. So I wanted to introduce this new plant to you. While I am talking here, I will put up the pictures of what I have taken a few years back of this plant, and as I said, it's now becoming popular in the nurseries, and I have seen online it costs anywhere between 250 to 400, 500. But if you see the blooms there, it's really worth investing in that plant. And as I can see here, not much care is taken in this large garden, and they take care of themselves. So this plant grows well in Dharwad, where I live. Dharwad is a place which is has cool, dry winters and moist, hot summers, and an extended period of rainy season. So it grows in Dharwad, it grows in Bangalore, which has similar type of conditions. And since I've heard that it has the Hindi name of Jhumka Bale, Jhumka is probably because the flowers are dangling like the earrings. It is called Jhumka Bale, indicating probably that it is there in North India. But I have seen some videos and it doesn't seem to do as well as it does in South India, in Bangalore, in Dharwad, and even Hyderabad. It's doing quite well. So you can try having this plant. And many people have told me that after they get it from the nursery, it takes 2 to 3 years. But I have shown you how my plant has grown within a year, and with minimum care it has come. Maybe the weather conditions of Dharwad are such that it does not require any special care. And potting soil has always been 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Or most of my plants, because I have a variety of plants, it becomes difficult for me to change the potting soil, and I use 1/3 soil, 1/3 compost, and 1/3 of sand. So with little care you can grow this plant and you can display it. I will show you once again how I have displayed my plant, though it is in a plastic container, plastic bag rather. I have kept it in a ceramic pot and exhibited it. I have many photos of my friends who have grown them in Bangalore. I'll put up those pictures also for you to see. And so this is a new plant, I think, to many of you. To me, it has been fairly new compared to others, but I've seen some videos and all, so it is gaining popularity. And interestingly, especially this Walachi is native to India. In spite of it being native to India, I don't know how we have not come across this plant much. And whereas the Smithianum is native to Sri Lanka. And Clerodendrons, many of the Clerodendrons, especially the Clerodendron inerme, which grows a lot in the coastal areas, is like a weedy plant, and it is invasive. But this one with these beautiful plants flowering only once during a year is a beautiful plant which you may all like to grow in your garden. So happy gardening.